Daily lessons for June 10th, 2025. The first one is realizing that you are brilliant. And a lot of times we don't realize how much talent and skills that we have that are and potential that's completely untapped. So realize that you're brilliant. Just tell yourself all the time that you're brilliant. So the Bible says, speak those things that be not as though they are. And so we limit ourselves because we think that we're not valuable. We think that we don't have worth, but we do. We don't think we can do the things. We don't think we can do more than what we're doing. So you can. The next one is don't play small so someone else can play big. The both of you can play big. And so this is important because sometimes we shrink because we think that we have to, because so the other person can shine. But no, both of y'all can shine. Both of y'all can be big. So don't shrink so somebody else can be big. Both of y'all can be big, respectfully so. The next one, number 3, is be all you can be, do all you can do. Be all you can be. So sometimes I see we settle, right? We do the least amount of work just so we can say we did it, and then we don't realize how much we have hurt ourselves, how much we have limited our own potential. And then doing all you can do, like same thing, we do the least amount, and then we want the results. We want the big results, but we haven't done the work. So we've got to do more than we need to. We got to do more than that's expected of us every single day so that we can see growth, so we can see improvement in our lives, so we can help other people. 4 is help people as often as you can, expecting nothing in return. It is important that we help people. We never know. I believe life is about planting seeds, and I believe in planting positive seeds. So I always believe in helping other people. And, of course I'm in business, so, I want to be compensated for it. But I do realize, and I am helping people all the time, free of charge, because I know the value of helping other people. I know the value in helping people, and I see, the return. And I know it's about planting seeds. Everybody can't pay. And then, so number 5 is don't go to poor places. They will make you poor. I read kind of some of this in a book. I don't remember what book it was, but I believe that we got to be careful about the places that we go to. Some places, it changes your attitude. It changes the way you look at things. It puts you in a victim mindset. And I won't say the places to keep from offending people, but just notice where you go. Notice how you feel when you go to those places. I notice what you see, because I'm an observer, right? I'm a thinker. I'm always looking and paying attention. So don't go to poor places or you'll be poor. Every day is a gift. Don't waste it. Every day is a gift. Don't waste it. That's why it's called the present. And if we're not careful, we will waste our days. So we got to pay attention to what we're doing every single day. We got to make sure that we're making it count. The next one is we are selling ourselves every day, regardless of what our job title is. I don't think we realize how much every single day we're actually selling ourselves, whether we realize it or not, whether we're paying attention or not. We are selling ourselves with the words that we say, with the actions that we take, with the people that we're talking to. Every single day we're selling ourselves. So we got to make sure we're selling ourselves right. We're selling ourselves the way we want to be presented. We just got to make sure we're selling ourselves. And if you don't believe me, pay attention to what you're doing every single day, what you're saying to people. We sell ourselves. Sometimes we want to be liked. We're selling ourselves because we want a raise. We're selling ourselves because we want people to know that we matter. Every single day we're selling ourselves. So pay attention to what you're doing and what you're projecting out when you're selling yourself. The next one is do it afraid. Oh, if I could shout this from the rooftop. It keeps us stuck. This one is one that really keeps us stuck. We don't realize the importance of doing a thing afraid. And I don't know if we think that we're not supposed to do things afraid. I don't know if we think that it's supposed to be easier than it is. I'm not sure, but facing the fear and doing it anyway, where we really see our lives change. And doing it afraid, it changes us just over and over again. We get in the habit of doing it afraid. And I think we should be more afraid of staying the same. I think we should be more afraid of, things not changing. I think we should be more afraid of things in our lives getting worse. When we have the ability to do something different, we have the ability to change our lives. Number 9 is you are selling yourself short while people less gifted than you are making millions. it's amazing to me how we can see people who we know are not as smart as we are or haven't done whatever, and we don't realize how they are doing it afraid. They're making mistakes, they're failing, they're just showing up every single day regardless of their intelligence, or regardless of how intelligent we think they are. They're showing up every single day, putting in the work, getting better, growing, and then they're making things happen. They're seeing the results and we're not. And it's because we're doubting ourselves. We're afraid. We're looking for something that's easy. We jump from thing to thing to thing looking for something easy, and it's all hard. So we got to make sure that we are, putting ourselves out there and just taking action every single day and learning and growing. So 10 is you have to become obsessed or you will never get to where you want to be. And so I got this from Grant Cardone in his book, Be Obsessed. And I've read this over quite a few books, but this is one that kind of stands out for me. And whether you call it obsessed or committed, we got to be obsessed or committed with something. And it may as well be things that our desires of our heart, things that we want to do, helping people, instead of, not really caring about anything, being nonchalant about everything. We got to make sure that we care about something. We're obsessed with something. We're committed to something. And hopefully it's to make our lives better, to make other people's lives better. Every single day, the people that we come in contact with, to make their lives better. 11 is I trust God. And so this is, of course, it's a song I listen to every single day. It is a reminder to me that I need to do the work and I need to trust God with the result. And it is very, very tough because we think that we can make something happen. We think that it's going to be a certain way, and we just do the work that we've been called to do or that we need to do out of obedience. And then we trust God with the results, and it'll always be better than if we had done it. Because what happens is if we trust ourselves and we do it in our own strength, we just mess it up. We just make it worse. We prolong the blessing. So I believe in trusting God. 12 is who cares what anyone else thinks. Oh my goodness. How many of us care about what other people think? We care way too much about what people think. We put too much weight on what somebody else thinks or feels. And out of respect, right? But we care too much about what somebody else thinks. And to be honest, probably they don't think about us as much as we think they do. We just need to do what we've been called to do. We just need to show up and do the work every single day, regardless of what somebody thinks or says or feels. 13 is you can do it. You have done hard things before. And so this is a lesson that I'm constantly having to remind myself, is that I can do whatever it is that I put my mind to. I can do whatever it is that I put the work in. I can do whatever it is. Hard, it doesn't matter, because I've done hard things before. And I constantly remind myself that I had 3 children before I was 22 years old. 3 children before I was 22. My first child, I was pregnant at 17. I moved out on my own when I was 17. And so I remind myself that I can do hard things. And I'm constantly you just take one day at a time, and you know that even if it's hard, you can still make it. You can just one day at a time. You learn, okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to change? You just, every single day, just asking God to give you strength, and then just taking one day at a time. 14, keep going no matter what. This is another lesson that I'm having to learn over and over again, is keep going. And it's so easy to quit, right? It's just like throw your hands up and you're done. It's hard, you want to quit, but it is so important that we keep going no matter what. So that is my advice to you, is just keep going. 16 is, of course it will work out. 15 is, of course, it will work out. 16 is, of course, you will get what you want. 17 is, of course, you will do what it takes. And these are just reminders to myself that a positive result is going to happen. The Bible says, speak those things that be not as though they are. So I'm telling myself, of course it's going to work out. Of course I'm going to get what I want. Of course I'm going to do whatever it takes. And so we have to be reminding ourselves and speaking those things out loud of what we want instead of what we don't want. So just a reminder today to just think about that. These are my life lessons, my daily life lessons for June 10th.